Hey guys, this is Lieutenant Commander Jason Almazan doing a field report for TrekYards.com. I'm here with Mr.
John Eblan.
We are here at the QMX booth and we are going to talk about the USS Franklin. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about, first off, what you had to work with beforehand in regards to making this model, the USS Franklin?
Well, we got official assets from the studio many months back so we could start production on what we wanted to do. Basically, we've been doing artisan models of Star Trek ships now for the better part of 6 years, and we've gotten pretty good at it. The information that we got from the studios was not as complete as most people would like, but the stage that they were at in production, they didn't have all the information done yet either. So we took what we had. We were able to create a 350 scale watertight model of USS Franklin in the computer. We 3D printed it. We cast it up out of various parts. She's got a lot of metal on the inside of her. Most of these ships aren't gravity friendly. So we've got to make sure that we put as strong of a structure on the inside to hold the frame up as we can. She's got steel, she's got aluminum on the inside. The main body's made out of fiberglass, also with epoxy resin as well.
From the time of conception to the completion, how long did it take you guys to finish this particular model?
With everything that was involved, we probably spent the better part of 6 months as far as going through the files, cleaning it up, getting the 3D parts printed in-house, working on the mold making, casting. Throughout this process, we were getting more information from the studios that was able to fill in the blanks of most of what the outer part of the ship looked like. So then we were able to pretty much go to paint with her. We went through a couple of different paint passes to make sure that we got it done just the way she's supposed to look, and then we were able to bring it to the show, and I'm pretty proud of her.
Were there a certain amount of times, as far as during the build process, where CBS or Bad Robot had to go ahead and say yay or nay, approve each step, before they actually finally said, okay, this is the one to go with, or was it just on the was it one take and you guys were good?
It's a little bit of both, basically. I mean, there's a continuous dialogue of questions that we're always asking each other as far as where we're at in the process. So everybody was for the most part up to speed with where we were at in the process. And then of course when she is done, there is a final approval required.
Okay. Is there anything you can tell us specifically about the specifications of the ship itself in the terms of the movie, or is when it was built?
That information I did not receive.
Oh, no worries. Okay. As far as the lighting itself, can you tell us about that system? Is it just standard LEDs with a little resistor that controls the blinking, or?
Well, what we do is we've got a standard catalog of Starfleet electronics that we use. When we don't have exactly what we need, we'll go ahead and design it and build it. But for the most part, everything's powered by LEDs. We run our ships off of a 12-volt system, so everything's geared to be powered through 12 volts. And we basically try to give it as much lighting as we possibly can. If it's lit, we want to light it. We want to make sure that the lights are different from each other. We want to make sure that the window lighting looks different from the exterior lighting with the marker lights and the formation lights.
Okay. And then you said this is the 1/350th scale?
Yes.
I know you went through a few color passes. Is there actually a specific color for the whole paint, the paint used on the hull for this particular model, or is it just something you just color match to the pictures you guys were given?
We basically, for the most part, color match, based on what we see. A lot of times with CG vessels, the colors can go through so many prismatic effects during a shot that nailing down the exact specific base color isn't always easy. So we go with our instinct, we go with our gut, we go with what would make sense for the time of when the ship was being built.
Okay. And one thing I wanted to ask you, and I know you're going off what the reference material that you were given, is on the nacelles. The delta or the insignia used for the Starfleet symbol is actually the one used on the movie era, the motion picture up to Star Trek 6. Was that just something because, again, you were just given a reference material from Bad Robot or Paramount?
We used what they gave us.
Okay, I just had to ask because on the forums it's been brought up a few times as far as that, we pixel peep and we noticed that, and we noticed that was the same one used in the picture that you were probably given. So okay, so it's definitely from the studios. Just clarifying that. That's good. I love the model.
She's beautiful. She really is. I love the fact that we're able to age her and weather her and make her look a little bit rusty.
It's great. I mean, not to give too much away for those who haven't seen the movie yet, but I think the weathering was just right to where you can still see the color and the lines of the ship. And
yeah, that she's just old enough and just dirty enough, but still clean enough to work.
And also like the fact that this was it was given the old school palette from the TOS about the orange, reddish Bussard collectors. Right. I know.
That was intentional. They knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing. That yeah, I know. So I know a lot of the fans are happy that they had a new ship in the movie at least, where they had the old school looking nacelles and coloring and whatnot.
Similar to what they did with the USS Kelvin back in the 2009 movie.
Very similar.
True to the timeline for the most part. Cool.
By any chance, were you given the name of the class of the ship from the studio? Okay. By any chance, do you know how many decks this ship is?
I do not.
Okay, no worries. Speaking to John here, and he did say that the wrench-looking pattern that we got, the bed springs, we're gonna hashtag that bed springs. I'm gonna pan down. John just said this does not sink down. This actually is flat and flush to the saucer, as you can see here. It does not sink down like we thought it did. It's actually it's for the most part straight or flat, and then it hits another section of the saucer where it goes up to its normal rise. So this part, again, and they had access to all the reference material from the studios, it does not dip down like we thought it did, like a little step. It is completely flat until it hits the next section of the rise of the saucer. Are you allowed to talk about how much this will go for when it comes out?
That we still haven't gotten that far yet on it.
Okay. How about ETA?
Again, we're still not at the point where we can release that either.
Understandable, no problem. Thought I'd ask. All in all, it runs off a standard 12 volts.
12 volt. It's got a single channel remote that turns her off and on.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right, John. Thank you so much for your time answering our questions, and I think you did a really great job on the ship.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've got a very talented group of people back in the model shop that love what they do, and it shows in their work.